In today's review, we'll be taking a look at this little guy over here, the Logi Rally Bar Huddle. I'm Paul Bloom and you are watching In My Humble Opinion. Firstly, let's talk about the actual hardware itself. As you can see, the unit is much smaller than the original Rally Bar Mini, and for the sake of having a look at the size, look at that. That's a Rally Bar Mini, and that is the Huddle. Now, you'll also notice a few other things. For example, we've got the little LED over there, which we have on the side as well. We don't have that sensor exposed the way that we do in the Rally Bar Mini. And of course, we've got this camera sitting on a little motorized gimbal, which you don't have over here. As we're looking at the actual hardware itself, you'll notice also the front does clip off the same as all the other Rally bars. And yes, again, you can get a customized version of this. It just clips in again with the little rubber tags, the same as before. And there you go. That's the insides. Little magnetic contacts over there for the magnetic bits to attach. And the camera actually sits behind this little motorized arm, which will slide open once the camera engages. So that you could quite comfortably say is our privacy screen. Now you'll notice also a single speaker over there in this range. You'll notice the little magnetic attached clip. Nice and easy and slick. The other thing that's really noticeable is this really interesting little mount. Now this is something that I've said for a while now. Logi, you certainly do make the best mounts in the business. This little guy's got 3 different options. As I have it right now, where that bit over there sits flat on a surface like we have over here. We've got our 2 little tags that go into the bar to keep it from moving around. And then, of course, our little thumb screw. If I just twist that open, you'll see there it is there. Our little thumb screw to tighten the bar and keep it snug sitting there nicely. The other thing that's really interesting is you could fold this all the way around and open. You'll see, there you go, all the way open. And then this could quite easily sit on top of the display. Got a little sticky bit over there so it doesn't shift around. And then, of course, this little bit over here independently also swivels that way, but also this way. So you could tilt the bar down if it sat on top of a display. That's not all. You could also mount this on the wall, this little bracket itself. You'll see there are a couple of holes in the back over there. See the little holes? You could put some screws through there, mount that to a wall, and that could sit nicely below the display. And so a really cool little bracket that just kind of makes it nice and easy. I know there's a tendency these days for different folks to want to mount the bar to the display, and of course you're going to have to splash out and buy the mounting bracket for that. Okay, bringing you into a closer look of the Rally Bar Huddle, you'll see there's that little privacy shutter, and you'll see if I pull it across, it does open. There's our camera, our static camera. It's got like a fish eye looking lens in there. Really good little camera considering what we've got here. 120-degree field of view, which is pretty good. Even the microphones, according to the spec sheet, will have up to a 7-meter reach. Now, I wouldn't push it to that, that's for sure. This is a huddle room device. Keep it small, keep it simple. Just having a look at the back, of course, or below, we've got a bunch of extra screws there for mounting, and then of course that's our little center one we normally use. And if this looks familiar, it's because it's very, very similar looking to the Rally Bar Mini and the Rally Bar. In fact, even the cover plate is a smaller version of the original cover plate, which looks like that. So right down to that detail. Okay, so once we pop this cover plate off, what do we have? We'll come in closer and have a look. We've got exactly the same buttons as you have on the Rally Bar Mini and the Rally Bar, and also the Kensington lock socket over there. Here's what's different. What's different, firstly, is the power is a different power socket. It's got a smaller little socket over there, and it plugs in directly as opposed to from the side. Doesn't matter because the cable management is still here. And then, if you can have a look in there, you'll see we've got our Ethernet on the top. We've got our USB-A down below. We've got an HDMI to display, which we're calling HDMI-TV. And then above it is a HDMI in. So that's your HDMI ingest. So you, even on this little guy, you still have the ingest straight to the bar. and then our USB-C over on that side. Now, what I connect to this unit myself is obviously power Ethernet. On the USB-A socket, what I have in there is a tap, and in my case, it's just the USB tap. I don't have an IP tap to play with, but this little guy supports both of those, the IP tap as well as the USB-C connected tap. Now, I also don't have that USB-C over Ethernet extender, so mine's just straight up USB-C, and here's my tap right over here. If you can see that, it's just down here. This is the one I'm going to use, and I'll connect it all up and show you how it all works. So I've now connected my Rally Bar Huddle. You'll see I've actually put that foot in there, a little plinth, and you can see even there I can still tilt it, and I can still bring it up a little if I need to. I'm happy with that. I've connected my display to the HDMI-TV socket. I've got a meeting ready to go. I've got my tap over here. This is my USB tap, and I'm ready to join my meeting. Keep an eye on the shutter as I join the meeting. I'll just hit join over there. Will come up muted. Did you see that? That's so cool. I like it. So cool. Don't mind my display. It's busy packing up. What you're looking at over here is my camera in the room. This is the actual 4K data on the camera, and you'll see it's just trying to find me right there. I'll adjust that down ever so slightly, and what I'll do is I'll just move around it. It'll give the camera the opportunity to track me. Let's see what happens. Here I am. There we go, and it's tracking me, and of course it's keeping that height. I'm going to stand in the far corner. Do keep an eye on the angle. I'm sitting here, very, very tight angle over here, and it's just picking me up. Yeah, very good. So it's surprisingly effective in terms of cameras. I'm going to just tilt that down to what would normally be a decent height, and I'll just sit over here in my chair. There we go, and give it a chance, and there we go. It'll zoom in, find me, and not bad at all, not bad at all. What you're hearing right now is the actual audio received on my PC end, because that's where this recording's coming from. So there's the video and the audio all in one. Like this is the audio and video test of the Rally Bar Huddle from Logi.
So then what is the verdict? Well, the Logi Rally Bar Huddle, although being a new addition and adding the entry point of the mini bars, is no mini by any stretch of the imagination. It's a solid unit. It behaves as good as the other rally bars, and so deserves its place in the family of rally bars. I give it a thumbs up.